28-21, Darien. The FCAC championship is on the line. Here we go. Ball on the 10. 2 plays right now remaining in this game.
This year opened up at Boyle Stadium, and the last time you were there, pretty good finish to the season there. Tell me about, did that bring back some memories?
Oh, absolutely. Just the bus ride alone. We've just getting on the bus, we knew we were going there and it was going to feel the same, but once we kind of settled into the atmosphere, we calmed down and we looked at the task ahead and we took care of business. So
yeah, I definitely had a weird feeling walking onto the field. I was kind of just like looking out, remembering everything that happened in the Turkey Bowl, so it was a really weird feeling, but I was glad that we could take care of business early in that game, and we just gotta get ready for next week.
Yeah, tell me about the interception to end last year's FCAC championship too. I mean, that's obviously a big moment. What was running through your head?
3rd and goal. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Cognetta the protector. Play fake, now over the middle. La Police, and it's intercepted! The Blue Wave have won the 2014 FCAC championship!
The fans spill onto the field. A game-ending interception. They tried to go to the quick slant again. The ball was tipped. And it is all over from Boyle Stadium. Complete elation on the Darien sideline.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I told everybody last year, we all huddled up before that defensive series. We all said we were going to do it for George Reed, who was actually out with a torn ACL. On the field, it was crazy. You couldn't hear anything. On the last play, I was just lucky that Christian was able to tackle La Police, and the ball was right there for me to pick it off.
Tell me about playing for your dad. Not everybody has that opportunity to play for their father. How long have you guys been playing for him too? DJFL with them?
Yeah, since 3rd grade actually.
Okay.
We've been playing, and it's awesome. It's different, but I think it has its perks. Obviously he treats us like everybody else, but it's cool going home and talking to your dad about game plan and stuff like that.
Does it give you like a little bit more of an insight into what goes on behind football?
I mean, we've been really involved in the team forever. Our little brother loves the team. He's like an assistant coach to our team, so we've always kind of been really involved. Having him as our coach obviously just makes us love the sport even more, love the game. But it's just been a really good experience with him since 3rd grade, like Chris said.
Obviously you've had a lot of special players go through here, but coaching your sons, Bobby and Christian, obviously 2 good players, FCAC champions now. Just tell me what it's been like coaching your sons.
You know what? It's a blessing. I've said that before. Because it's the sport I love. Okay, obviously with my 2 sons, and I've coached them since 3rd grade. So they've learned the game early on. Through me, and every coach / father should have that opportunity.
Now we all see him on the field, and he's very focused, very intense out there. What's he like away from the field? Put you on the spot.
Obviously, takes it down a couple notches. He's not as serious, but you could still see that coaching mentality at home and the way he raises us. And I wouldn't take away from that. I love how he coaches us as well as how he teaches us. His son. So I think it's great.
Obviously with these 2 included, but what is it about Darien football players that makes them special? Because you've built something here that's been obviously pretty good the last few years.
Right. Well, I think honestly it just comes from their dedication to the program year round. Mm-hmm. And that's the weightlifting that they do and the speed training that they do, 7-on-7 tournaments and things like that. Because when I first got here, they weren't doing a lot of that, and they certainly weren't doing it collectively as a group. And I fought upstream for a while.
Okay.
And then slowly but surely you started to win enough battles, and now it's an accepted thing.
Okay. Is it all the stuff that they do off the field, as you're saying, that they have to? That's where the games are won.
I think so. I mean, let me tell you, I don't care what coach it is. You're only as good as what talent you have. So you obviously have to have some talent, and this is a particularly talented group. But it is the off-season, polish that has really put it all together.
Tell me about this week's game too. Greenwich High School, obviously big school, a lot of talent there, and a new coach. They've gotten a lot of hype this winter or over the off season. Just tell me what the outlook is there.
Well, they are the proverbial sleeping giant.
Mm-hmm.
It's enormous high school, one of the biggest in the state. draw from a lot of different sections of Greenwich, so they get a lot of different type of athletes, and they've always been one of the best football programs in the state.
Yeah.
Even in the last couple of years, I know that some people were a little down on Richie Albanese, who's a great guy, a great coach, but they were still, as tough as could be. So, we expect nothing but the same. I know that Johnny is a different type of coach, and he's installing his spread offense, and so we're walking into a hornet's nest. That's what we expect.
Can't overlook Greenwich at all.
No, not for a minute.
How do you feel about Greenwich?
They're good. We have a week to prepare, so we're gonna look at the film. We're gonna make a strategy, get our defense set up, but they're a good team, and I wouldn't look past them for a second.
Tell me about each one of them, what each one of them brings to the table as a player.
Well, I'll start with Bobby, because Bobby is the athlete who's very good in open space. He's a corner, and it's a tough position to play because you're on an island, in the middle of a post corner, route, and he's got that body awareness that, can handle that. And, he's a very gifted receiver as well. Christian is a different player. Christian is a better run defender, hard nose. Comes down, in the alley as a safety, and likes contact. Not that Bobby doesn't, he does, but Christian looks for contact.
Okay.
Where Bobby's smart enough to avoid it sometimes.
We play on the same side, obviously, on defense, and I've played with other people, but it's not quite the same. When he's next to me, we don't really have to communicate the routes. We kind of just see each other, and we know what to do. It's special.
Yeah, I would say the same. There's really very little communication between us. I never really feel the need to call out any routes or anything, because I just know that he's going to take it without me saying anything.
How about describing each other as a player? What do you see in each other?
You want to go?
Chris is pretty hardworking. We basically had the same goals throughout our high school career. Just the last one being winning a state championship, so we're both going for that one.
It's interesting seeing him, seeing a twin out there, kind of the same shape and everything, but definitely different players. I think we both contribute, obviously, so that's good, but yeah, it's weird.